GrownFolks Golf Association. We're going to call this show GrownFolks Golf Today. We'll just do a little recap about our first tournament. Season 3 is well underway now. We have already got some scores posted for the second tournament that started last night. And so I want to do a little recap of how the first tournament went, and it was a brutal course and some very high scores. I think the tournament 2 will be much lower scores. We'll probably have some negative scores, and I think we're all kind of get used to the game. So we'll do a quick recap, and we'll take a look at tournament number 2. The first course was the Weymouth Landing, and man, these greens were absolutely brutal. This event ended last night, and so here are the results from that 4-round event. Of course, Mo won the whole thing, posting scores of 81, 79, 76, and 74. It just got better as the tournament went, and that was absolutely amazing. That was a tough course. He shot plus 18. In second place was Ziploc. He shot 81, 77, 79, and 76 for plus 21. So a tight, I should say, top of the leaderboard here with those two really going at it. Came down to the last couple of holes. Hopefully those guys will post their videos on our playlist. There's the word I'm looking for the GrownFolks Golf Association, so that we can watch some of those last rounds. That would be fun to do. Our new guy Pootie T coming over to us from the Madden world shot a 78 and 83. That second day was what also got me. As you'll see, I shot by far the highest score. Then a 79 and an 81 for a plus 29. He was right there in the running. Pointers 70, Adam with a great score, 84, 82, 81, 78. Again, he just got better as the day went for a 33 overall. Scott, I think it's Scott. I'm going to go with Scott. He'll correct me if not. He's a brand new guy. He shot 94, 84, 84, 81. So again, another guy that just got better as the tournament went for a 51. Then I came in 6th place, tied for 6th place with Clyde. I shot an 85, a 95, an 86, and 84. So I actually got really worse and then got a little bit better for a plus 58. That 95 mostly came on one hole where I 10 putted. I just couldn't get the ball over the hill, and then when I did, it went off the green and then chipped back on to roll off the hill. It just was back and forth. It was brutal. And then Clive finished 88, 86, 88, 88. So Mr. Steady finishes with a plus 58. And that is your leaderboard for our very first event. The best score, of course, came with Mo in round 4. He shot a 74, but Ziploc was right behind him with a 76. And then 2 guys with 78 in that very last round. Looking at the birdie conversions, I think this, though, is going to be overall. So I think it's for like all of the tournaments. I don't think it's just for this tournament, because LAX just joined us, and I don't think that he actually played this tournament at all. Or maybe he did and he just didn't finish. Maybe that's what it is. But Mo showed that why he won this tournament. He had 51 greens hit in regulation and had a 21.57 birdie conversion. I did finish in 3rd, 2nd technically, I guess, if LX didn't finish. Looking at the par breakers, Mo finished with a 50.28, which is unbelievable. I mean, he was way ahead of everybody else. Ziploc with a 12.5. You'll see why those two are going to be the guys to beat in our league as we kind of progress here. And then scrambling, I should let this pop up so you can see what this means. The number of pars or better scores following a missed green in regulation divided by the total missed greens in regulation. And again, Mo right up there. He only missed 21 greens. Ziploc only missed 18, which is really good, but Mo scrambled much better with 52.38. Pootie T right behind him with a 46, and then Ziploc and Scott with a 44 each. You'll see me way down there last, 25.7. So that is a look at the very first tournament. It's really amazing about how deep in depth this game really goes. You can come right over here. Let's look at Tournament 2 before we look at that. Tournament 2 is underway. We are playing the Caramel Creek. It's a TGC course. This is a really fun course. It's, I think, a much better course than that very first one for us to start with. It's enough to kind of get your feet wet, kind of get used to it. The greens are a little tricky on a couple of holes, but overall, it's a really fun course. We'll look at the leaderboard really quick. There's a couple of us that, look, Scott's already finished plus 22, 79, 75, 78, 78. I think those would be good scores to try to beat. There's a couple of other, I think, courses that or other rounds that are finished, but of course they're not showing just yet. I know I finished 2 last night, and then I know I think has finished 1 for sure. So so look at what's coming in tournament number 2. That's a look at tournament number 1. But going back to what we were saying earlier, this game is so very in depth. Here we come to current season. Total points. We have to decide if we're going to go by points or money earned, but you can see that it divvies up the points in what place that you came up evenly. So Mo is in the lead with 500, Ziploc with 300, Pootie T 190, Adam with 135, Scott with 110, and then Cly and I with 95. Or if we're going to go by total earnings, so the majors pay out a little bit more, but in the game we can't select it as a major because you have to have 6 regular courses before you do a major, 8 regular courses, and our season only consists of 6 games, and then we do the playoffs. So we just made the money a little higher, so we'll probably end up going money instead of points. Will consist of who makes the rankings in the playoffs. But Mo's up there with 1120, 792 for Ziploc, Pootie T with 647, Adam with 560, 501 for Scott, 440 for Cly and myself. So look at the money, a look at the victories, the top 10s, and all that will be up there as we play more and more tournaments. But a ton of fun. I know a couple of us were saying that there is a little bit of a lag issue with this second course, but I hear that there is an update that is coming out very soon, so maybe that'll fix that issue. You'll see Pointers is up there. Adam, he played round 1, and then Scott, of course, finished, and then LAX with an 82. I'm kind of wondering what's going on here with LAX. I know that he joined. Yeah, he's still in here. Okay, so not 1,000% sure what's going on with LAX. I think maybe he didn't finish this first tournament because he came in too late, and maybe he hasn't finished this tournament, and that's why I didn't post his score. But he can clearly, you can see that just taking some getting used to this game. I'm learning it is all about feel. So a good first tournament, a good second start to tournament number 2 should be a fun season. And look, we may learn some things. Totally open to any suggestions if we want to have longer than 6-week seasons, if we want to do 8-10 week seasons. I just was trying to get as many seasons as we could done, and I figured doing 10 days, or I think we're doing 7 days, you should say, for a tournament, 6 weeks. You know, it's a season takes a little over a month, or I should say a little 2 months to do a complete season, maybe 2 months and 2 weeks to do a complete season. You can get multiple seasons in per game or something like that. So look, these are just ideas. We're just guessing and trying out things. I'm totally open to doing what you guys want to do. I'm going to do my very best to do these recap shows every week, but I encourage you also go to our website, GrownFolksOC.com, and also make a blog post. You'll see that I have one up there with my videos so that people can keep up with our society and our league and kind of what we're building here and what we're doing. It's a ton of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. The chat's pretty active, so lots of good things coming. Hit me up if you have any questions. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter, GrownFolksOC, on Twitch, GrownFolksOC, on YouTube, GrownFolks Online Community. If you're in this society, please link us to the playlist. If you do !share GFGA, you'll get the link for YouTube, so you can just tag in that link. It'll automatically add it to the playlist, and we can just have a nice little playlist with everybody's good rounds on there. And yeah, let's just make this fun. Give us some content for our website, and let people be able to keep up with what we're doing. Good luck to you guys in week number 2. All the scores are updated for tournament number 1, and so you can go to the website and check those out. But we'll get this posted, get this out there for you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Second.